Welcome back to 1700. I'm here with Jess, Jack, and Nick from Melbourne-based funk rock band Ramona Sky. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keen
Thanks
to
for
be
having
here.
us.
I'm going to ask first about the Cherry Jam Mini Festival. Can you tell us what's in store for you guys' performance since you guys are headlining on that?
Yeah, well, firstly, I think we're playing at around 9:05. I think that's our time. But there's some really amazing bands and DJs that will be involved, and they're all fronted by female and gender diverse people. So that's really exciting. It's supporting female and gender diverse musicians, and our band as well. I mean, we're fronted by the amazing Chelsea Sharp, who isn't with us today for the interview, but yeah, so she's our lead singer. So she'll be playing with us as well. And yeah, we've prepared a really fun show. Yeah, we really love getting the crowd involved for our shows and putting on a really high energy set list for everyone. So yeah.
Beautiful. It sounds very exciting. It sounds cool how there's like the multiple levels at the event and like everything going on there. I guess, is there anything that you guys in particular like looking forward to about the event?
The cause, I guess, like music making a difference. I think all of us are extremely excited to get behind that. You know, when Jacques and I joined, we were doing cultural things like we played an event at the ESPY where it was kind of taking us through decades and that. So this kind of has the same vibe. Like there's a meaning and a cause behind it. So it's just exciting to get behind something like that.
Yeah, as a fundraiser as well. So it's good to have I guess, that good kind of drive behind it, has good energy behind the event. And I assume you'll be performing some tracks from your EP released earlier this year, the self-titled album. Can you tell us like a bit about how the process was creating this album and what went behind it?
Yeah, it was probably before Nick and Jack's time in the band. Yeah, so we worked on this EP since 2021, I'd say. Yeah, and are written collaboratively with our past members, with some of them being written solo as well. Yeah, and yeah, we recorded and produced it all with our sound engineer, Will Petts. Yeah, it was a pretty lengthy process because of COVID, which was a bit annoying. And we probably got it done a lot longer than a band normally would, but we got there in the end, and yeah, it's been received quite nicely.
And I guess, yeah, so Nick and Jack, you guys joined this year. How was it, I guess, like learning the sets and kind of like joining in the band this year?
Nick joined first, obviously, but I just sort of learnt them in a couple of days and sort of rocked up to try out for the band, and it was sort of a bit of an undertaking, but I was really excited for the whole thing because when I heard that there was a bass spot available, I was really pumped because when I listened to them on Spotify, they were just so good, you know. And then when I rocked up and Chelsea, Jess, and Nick were there, they were just really, really cool people, and it made the whole process of mastering the songs really fun and easy. So now we're just excited to make new stuff, really.
Whereas I was extremely nervous doing this all because I actually hadn't played guitar properly for many years. Like I've been playing for 11 years, but there was kind of like a 3-year gap where I just stopped because I was so focused on drumming. And I actually played the show with Ramona Sky when I was a drummer in a different project, and I swear I'm not lying. I remember saying to my singer at the time, like, if I ever get back into guitar, this is what I want to do. I would do like something like this band, but I actually ended up playing in this band. So I kind of had to reteach myself guitar and how to play guitar live, but it was super easy with Jess and Chelsea, like the energy and the vibes bounced off and super easy to come back in. And also to extend on what Jacques was saying, he didn't even own a bass when he tried out. He was just that good that we were like, yep, whatever, cool. Jacques a great fit.
That's so like exciting to form as a band like that, like into an existing group and then just collaborating like that. You guys would have all been at I think it was the Terry's Battle of the Bands performance. How was that experience? You guys came runners up.
That was so fun.
It's been the videos with the energy in it.
Oh yeah, and all the other bands there were amazing as well. And it just felt like you were part of this sort of, well, obviously the Melbourne scene on its own makes you feel like you're part of this big, special sort of community of people that love what you love. But being there just with everyone packed into, where was it? Workers Club?
Yeah, Workers Club. It was sold out as well, so there's a lot of people.
Exactly.
It's great.
Yeah, you guys say something about it because it was so cool.
Well, wasn't it like our third gig, Jacques, with Ramona Sky or something like that? That was like
early.
That was like so nerve-wracking to do, because it was like just get straight into it and doing all the big things. Like second gig we were playing the SB, and third gig we we're playing with the Terrys for their Battle of the Bands thing.
Yeah.
So it was like straight in the deep end, but it was great.
Yeah, coming runners up, you definitely would have smashed it. I also want to ask Jess, maybe, what would be like your favorite song to perform from the EP?
I think my favorite one to perform is probably Think You're Mine. It was our first single release, and it's my favorite because everybody really gets into it, and that makes such a difference when you're playing a show. When everybody knows the words and they're shouting it and they're clapping along, it definitely makes a difference. It's high energy. It's a great song to play live. But yeah, choosing an actual favorite from the EP is hard because we put so much of our heart and soul into every single song. So, but yeah, that one live.
Yeah, it sounds like it has like a lot of energy behind it when performing it. That's great. And I also, with that, you guys take a lot of inspiration from like 70s rock and 90s funk. Are there any certain artists who would be like, I guess, your dream to collaborate with, like dead or alive?
Wow.
Prince.
Nice. Who?
Yeah.
Let's bring back Prince.
Oh,
Let's collaborate with Prince.
Yeah, Chelsea would agree with that as well.
I mean, I'd instantly play with Jimi Hendrix. I thought Nick would say Chili Peppers, but I mean, look, I don't know.
I think it was like Mac also was an influence.
Yeah, I think that comes a lot from Chelsea as well, with her vocals. She's very inspired by Stevie Nicks. So that's why we've kind of blended that whole vintage rock and then funk elements, because Chili Peppers have always been an influence from the very beginning. And then even when we brought in Nick and Jack, it kind of continued with their influences as well. But it comes from a lot of different things. We all have our own individual influences that all seem to work well together. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely hear that like in some of the guitar solos, like and things like that in the album. Finally, my last question is, where can we keep in touch with Ramona Sky on socials?
Yeah, well, you can find us on Instagram at Ramona Sky Band, and we're also on Facebook, Ramona Sky. We attempted TikTok, but maybe stay away from that one for now. But yeah, all of our music is available to stream on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere you can find it. But yeah, come and say hi to us on Instagram.
Great, yeah, and also I wish you guys the best with your performance at Cherry Jam. If you want to check them out, it's at the Leadbeater Hotel in Richmond this Thursday, November 24th. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was good fun.